Hi everybody, it's PJ here, and today we're going to review a company I visited the other day, and we're going to look at several things. One of the first things we're going to look at is how the staff responded to a man with a deadly, sorry, it weren't a deadly weapon, it was a camera. How the staff responded to a man with a camera. The second thing we're going to have a look at is the condition of the yard and the buildings, whether they were nice and clean and everything looked hunky-dory there. And the third thing we're going to have a look at is, do I think it's a good place to work? Would I be happy working there? Do the staff look happy working there? Etc, etc. So today we're going to have a look at DX Logistics in Sheffield, which I visited the other day. Now, I'd only been at this place a couple of minutes, and if you watch this stretch of video, you can see that it's right at the start of the video. I've only just got there and I'm starting to just have a look round and have a look at some of the vehicles. And within a minute or even less, I'd got somebody out coming and asking me what I was doing. So let's have a look at these two ladies that come out first off and have a look at the reaction, and then I'll tell you what I think to how they're behaving. Okay? So let's have a quick look. You what, sorry?
Do you not record me, please?
Why is that?
Well, the police, because it's without my permission.
I don't need your permission.
You do, you're on private property.
Well, which is your property?
DX.
Right, is this your property?
This bit is, yeah.
Is it? Are you sure? It's a public road, this.
Why are you filming DX property? DX
Why not?
and buildings?
Why not? Is this public property or not?
I'm just asking you a question.
And I'm asking you a question.
I'm asking you a question.
Is this public property or not?
No, it's a private road.
Right, belonging to who?
DX, we've got an agreement with the landlord.
Alright, so it's not yours then?
Neil, you free?
So it's not your property
I
then?
want to know why you're filming.
Because I'm making a video.
I'm making a video regarding
DX.
DX.
So, as you can see, the very first thing they do is they come out and they try and convince me that I cannot film their property. In other words, I cannot film the DX property. Then what they try and do is try and convince me that I'm stood on private property. Now, this estate is a private estate. So what that means is quite simple. That they're either renting that property from a landlord, or they've purchased that property, and if they've rented it, some of the rent goes towards the maintenance of the roads, the lights, the security cameras, etc, etc, but everybody else on that estate contributes into that same pot. If they've purchased the property, they must pay a maintenance fee every year for the same thing, the roads, the street lights, the security cameras, etc, etc. So it is not their property, it's public access, even though the property belongs to the landlord. The only people that can throw me off there is the landlord. One individual company cannot do it. It has to be the landlord that needs to throw me off. Right, let's just go on a little further and have a look I'll put my teeth in. Let's have a little bit further into the video. Any reason why I shouldn't?
Not if you like it when I'm asking you a question.
No, I'm asking you a question. Is there any reason why I shouldn't?
Video, yes,
I don't need permission. What makes you think I need permission?
You don't need permission.
No, what makes you think I do? So once I dispute that it's their property, they start asking me questions, demanding answers. And when I ask them a question, they won't answer anything at all. You know, they just want to question me, but they're not willing to give me any information at all. I could see right from the start that these people were, how can I put it? I'm trying to put it as polite as I can. What I say goes, and what you want doesn't matter at all. You know, it doesn't matter if you've got questions for us. We demand to know what you're doing and why you're doing it, but they won't answer any questions themselves, which is, I don't know, like I get on a fairly regular basis. But anyway, let's carry on and see what the next complaint is. What makes you think I need permission?
Yeah, it's got registration plate. It's not logged to DX, that's why.
So the next statement they come out with, hang on, my teeth are all over the place today. So the next thing they come out with is that I need permission to film their property from a public place, which is absolute rubbish. There's no such thing as privacy in a public place. So let's crack on the next, because I know the next thing they're going to say is, are you videoing me? I haven't given you permission to video me. Oh dear.
That camera better not be on either.
Oh, the camera's on.
Right. Right, well I'll just go make a phone call. Yeah.
Go on then, off you go. Toodle pip.
Zero need.
Once they discover that the camera is on, they're going to make a phone call. Now who they're going to phone, I don't know. Whether they're going to phone the boss, whether they're going to phone the police, I've no idea. But once again, it's a typical response. You know, I'm going to phone somebody, or I'm going to phone the police, etc, etc. So the next thing they do is start to close and lock all the gates with padlocks. Now I've already stated that I've no intention of going on site, or I've already implied that I've no intention of going on site. So why are they locking everything down? The first thing they do is they lock the pedestrian entrance so that pedestrians can't get in and out the site, and they lock it with a padlock. She's locking the gate so I can't come on site, which obviously I've no interest in doing.
He's now recording me saying I'm now locking the gate so he doesn't come on site, that I've got no interest in him coming on site. I've advised him of not giving my consent to be recorded.
Then she starts complaining that I'm videoing her without her permission while she's locking this gate. Self-entitled or what? Now once she's shut the gate for the pedestrians to enter the site, she starts to close the main gates where the vehicles travel in and out. Why, I've no idea. Once again, I've made no attempt to go on site, and I've already said that I've no intention of going on site. So in a minute you'll see how much they struggle to close these gates, and it's absolutely ridiculous. There's no need to close them at all, but that's what they've decided to do. Oh, she's shutting these gates as well now.
Oh, I'm not worried, I'm just following procedure. Bye.
There you go. She's following procedure in closing the gates. She's struggling against the wind a bit though.
Scanny, come and grab us this gate! Hey, like, Nick, stand with your body against that one corner. That.
Looks like they're struggling to close the gates.
Cheers. Turn Arctic round. Just stop him there. Hold that there for me so I can drop this. He can get through. Push, pull. Scanny, hang on. Right, pull him through on that side. That side, then. Pull him through on that side. Go on.
What?
Pull him through on that side.
I cannot get it up this way.
It will.
Hey.
He does. You just have to read the bottom page while watching the game.
Now as you can see, it's a real struggle to close these gates. Once again, why are they closing them? I have no idea. But it's an absolute struggle to close these gates. There's three of them. 3 people trying to close these gates. Do you know, I didn't know whether to laugh or cry, I'll be honest. So they're even holding trucks up now. Because there's a man with a camera. So there you go. Now a vehicle's turned up. which means they've got to open the gates again. And the driver of the vehicle has got to sit there and wait for them to open the gates again. You know, it's like a Laurel and Hardy film. It's like a cartoon. You can't believe it. It's crazy. Oh, it's decided to come through. Nice vehicle. There we go. Well, look at this lot now. Absolutely crackers. So they've opened the gates, let the vehicle in, and now what they're going to do is struggle once again to close the gates. You're struggling with them, mate.
I know I am, pal.
You're about there, Shabs. Stay with me.
And now I really put a cat among the pigeons. I tell them that very shortly I'm going to fly a drone over the site. And they want to know why. Well, why do you think? So we can see the site all in one go. Why else do you fly a drone over a site? So you can get an aerial view and you can get a good look at the site. So you're going to be fed up when I fly a drone over then? I'm now being told by somebody who's struggled to open and close a gate that I'm really sad because I make videos. But he's quite happy to say that he doesn't watch TV or YouTube or anything. I think that's sad as well. Not that I watch a lot of TV, I do watch quite a bit of YouTube. But apparently I'm sad because I make videos.
Why are you doing it, can I ask?
Yeah, make videos.
Why do you need to make videos?
Why not?
A bit sad, to be honest.
Why's that? Don't you watch TV or YouTube?
No, not really.
How sad's that?
It is, it's very sad.
And then another chap turns up and hands the padlock to the woman who padlocked the pedestrian access to padlock the main gates. I've still made no attempt to go on site, and they know that I'm not interested in going on site, but they insist on padlocking the gates. Where's the logic? Can't understand it. And this place has vehicles coming in and out all the time. All the time. Oh, he's coming out with a padlock. Now, one of the drivers comes out and has a fag break and is sat under the shelter, and I'm having a chat with him. And this guy is telling me that it's all my fault that everything's in lockdown. Now, I haven't told them to lock everything down. The only reason it's in lockdown is because they've decided to lock everything down. Not because I've done anything, because there's a man with a deadly camera outside that's that's disrupting their work by stood on the road doing a bit of filming. He tries to tell me that, you know, it's not interesting and that he's interested in football and Formula 1 and why don't I take up fishing or something like that. And I try and explain to him that it's not my fault. I haven't locked the gates down and everything. Somebody else has locked all the gates down. Somebody else's decision was to close the whole site down. Not my decision. But apparently it's still my fault just because I was there. And when I say to him, if I was stood here without a camera, would they do exactly the same? And he said, yeah, probably. Just because somebody stood on the street, they're going to lock the place down. Can you believe it? Absolutely crazy. Telling you.
I've never seen point to just standing there and filming a building.
Yeah, well, it's not the film in the building, it's the reaction you get from the staff.
Why do you want a reaction from the staff?
Well, some companies will tell you all about what they do and everything else, and that's great.
Yeah.
you know, bit of good publicity.
It's just a parcel delivery company.
Yeah, a bit of good publicity for company, and then you get others where 5 people come out and
No, but you've seen,
lock all the gates and everything.
yeah, so now that's disrupting our day.
No, you're disrupting your day, not me. I'm not doing anything. I'm just a guy with a camera. There's no need for any of this. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Oh, I know.
Ain't it, really? You know, I've made no attempt to come on site. I've told them I'm going to make no attempt to come on site. And this is what they're doing.
For me personally, it's a bit extreme. I mean, there's security risks and everything like that, but, you know, as long as you don't cross the line, security cameras and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
So, you know,
I mean, this is absolutely ridiculous. But that's not down to me. That's down to them, innit?
yeah. But I just can't see the point in standing there filming a building.
Well, people are interested. You know, I did.
People are more interested in fishing than they are in looking at a building.
Yeah, well, it's not the building, it's the people and it's the trucks and things like that. You know, you work in an office or something like that.
If you just want to film a truck, you can sit in your car and film them as they're going in and out.
Yeah. Well, you know, if you work in an office or something, you never get to see industrial estates. And people find it interesting. Just because you don't find it interesting don't mean other people don't. I have no interest in football or fishing. Yet other people think it's the best thing since sliced bread.
Even though you can see that you're actually causing hassle.
No, I'm not.
Oh,
No, I'm not causing hassle.
Wait a minute. You're standing there and all these gates are now shut because you're just standing there.
No.
No, that's why they closed them, because you're here.
Right.
There, they'd all be open.
Right, so if I was...
So, if all you're doing is filming a building, film it 5 minutes and fuck off.
So if I was stood here without a camera, would they come and done this? Do you think?
If you're telling me that someone wants to look at a building for 5 or 10 minutes on YouTube, just a building, they're fucking...
And I've never said I just want to have a look at a building.
And the trucks.
And the trucks and the trailers and everything else. Well, like I say, you might be interested in fishing, I'm not.
I'm not. I like football, I like Formula 1, but I couldn't give a shit if anyone stood there filming it, and I'm not going to go to YouTube.
Well, I'm not interested in football or Formula 1. You know? I like making videos. Talking to people, interaction, you know.
Interaction's alright, but when you can see that you're causing this much hassle...
Now, I've told you, I'm not causing this hassle.
If you weren't here, the gates wouldn't be shut, would they?
Possibly not, or probably not. But that's not...
I guarantee you they won't be.
But that's not my decision to close all the gates and everything. And to act like this.
No,
If...
you've been here, done that.
Right, so what you're saying is if somebody walks past a factory or stands outside a factory, they need to lock it all down.
You stand there for ages just filming a building and waiting for a reaction.
I hadn't been here 2 minutes before she come out.
And you got your reaction
Yeah.
that you knew you were going to get.
Well, not
All
always.
you want to do is film a building. Stand down there, film a building. You don't need to be standing there.
I'm going to go behind the back and video all the trailers, and then I'm going to fly a drone over in a minute.
There you go. If you've got a drone, you can just park up that and they don't park anyway. Just get your drone out and just start filming.
Yeah, I will do in a bit. But you know, there's no need for all this. Like I say,
There's no need for you to be here, really.
yeah, there is. Of course there is.
There is a need for you to be here.
Yeah, well, if I don't do this, I don't get paid.
You don't get paid.
Oh, yeah.
People pay you.
Yeah,
Film buildings.
yeah.
Okay, now.
So not only have they locked the gates and stopped people coming into the premises, they've locked the gates and stopped people going out. Now this chap, he's a fitter and he works on the trucks. And the gates are locked and they're not letting him out. They're keeping him on site. I'm sure his boss ain't going to be very happy about that. And I said to him, I said, you want to be billing them for the time that they're keeping you here? And he says, we can't, we'll lose the job, we'll lose the contract. So they've kind of got him over a barrel. But notice that the first woman that come out and stormed off, I'm going to make a phone call, she's not come back out because she's realised that she's perhaps making a bit of a fool of herself. So she's disappeared inside, and that's the last we're going to see of her. But this poor bloke, you know, he's got other jobs to go to and he can't go to them because they're keeping him locked in the premises. I mean, that's unlawful detainment as far as I'm concerned. He should be there saying, let me out and let me out now. You know, it's crazy. Are they keeping you locked in, mate?
Aye.
Why? Why are they keeping you locked in?
I've no idea, mate.
No idea. I've said to him, I've no intention of coming on site. I've just come for a look round, film a few trucks and things like that, and this is what they've done. So as long as they kick off, I'll stop here. They threatened to phone the police and everything.
I don't know, we just contracted us.
Yeah, well, I know you are, I can see you are.
Yeah, it's not a bad company to work for us, like, but yeah, something's out, I don't know what she's doing.
Yeah.
At least weather's alright, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the first nice day we've had for a week or so, isn't it? So where are you based then?
Us, Rotherham.
Oh yeah. Alright, okay. So what they're going to do when the sandwich van comes round and they can't go in?
I don't know, like I say, we're not here all the time, so I don't really even comes on this side. I'll leave you to it. So I'll find out what's happening.
Alright, yeah, you need to tell them you've got work to do. You want to be charging them while they're holding you here.
No, we can't do that, they'll not let us work.
So now they've got to struggle to open the gates again to let A, one vehicle in, and B, one vehicle that's been waiting about 10 or 15 minutes to go out. And when these vehicles go through the gate, just look how tight it is and how difficult it makes it for the HGV drivers. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Keep saying that, don't I? Just look how tight it is for this vehicle coming in. It's really, really tight. They've got to watch him to make sure that he doesn't damage the trailer or the gates. And it's the same when the other vehicle goes out. So watch these two go in and out and just see how much they struggle. They're making this very difficult for themselves. Now he's had to swing that around a little bit so he gets nice and straight to go through this very narrow gate. Right, so that's both the vehicles in and out of the yard eventually. But just look how much they struggle to close this gate again. Whoever designed, built and fitted these gates ought to be made to open them, close them, because it's a nightmare. They've got these shutters across the bottom to stop people crawling under, and yet because the weld mesh gates, dead easy to jump over. It's just as easy to jump over as it is to crawl under. Well, almost. But whoever designed these gates needs to come and open and close them a few times and see where they've gone wrong. Now I've been all the way around the back of the site and done some videoing around the back of the trailers and things like that. And when I return, the gates are still closed, and once again they're struggling to close these gates. I even shout a word of encouragement to try and help them get on with it, but nah, it's just too much of a struggle. Like I say, whoever designed, built and fitted these gates, they need a new job.
Come on, guys, you know these gates. Push it, no, you need to push it middle away.
Come on, Gaz.
Come on, lift that. Yeah, go on, you got it. Go, let go. Forward.
In again.
Right, so my conclusion. First of all, the staff that worked there. The other one was okay, but generally speaking, no management skills, no idea of the problems that they're causing themselves and blaming it on me just because I'm there with a deadly camera. Absolutely crackers. The condition of the yard is very good. It's nice and clean. It's a nice newish building. Everything looks absolutely spotless around the site. Would I want to work there? Or do I think it's a good place to work? No, I don't. And since this video originally went out, I've had one or two people message me and say, I worked there, and some of the management are an absolute nightmare. They've got a high turnover of staff. A lot of drivers are leaving because of two certain people. I'm not mentioning who they were, but you've seen them on the video. So no, I definitely wouldn't want to work there, and I don't think it's a very nice place to work. Anyway, that concludes this video. If you've enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, please share, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye everybody, I'll see you soon.